I'm Tamee Harrison and welcome to Mix. So today we are in deep underground downtown Los Angeles at a bar with a moody London vibe, with a retro disco dance floor and over 50 varieties of whiskey featuring one from every state. And let me tell you one thing, the drinks here are as one of a kind as the man who has created them. Let's go mix up some cocktails at the Queensbury.
My name is Scott Cushman, they call me Cush. I am the executive bartender of Circa 93, which is a bar group downtown in Santa Monica and Hollywood. We own 5 bars across Los Angeles. The Queensbury is our newest bar. It sort of has a boxing theme that we go for. We also have a dance floor. The Marquis of Queensbury invented the rules for boxing, so we sort of did a weird play on boxing and dancing and that whole thing. We're a craft cocktail lounge with delicious cocktails, both on draft and craft.
So I am here with one of my favorites, if not the most favorite of all, Scott Cushman.
Hi guys.
How's it going?
So good, Tamee.
So good, right?
Honestly, I'm so happy that you are now in my territory. It has been...
I'm thrilled.
Yeah, I feel like I've always been behind enemy lines, and now here you are
I feel
in
like
my
I'm
bar.
in your house.
You are, yeah.
Ready to destroy it.
Let's do it.
It's like a housewarming party just for us.
Just for us, you and me.
Huh?
We're gonna break this baby open.
But you've shown me so much stuff.
Uh-huh.
You've brought me weird infused alcohols
Yes.
with capsicum
Yeah,
and charcoal.
yeah.
What do you have up your short sleeve today?
Tamee, tonight we're gonna go back to basics. We're going right back to basics.
Okay.
In my genre, although I may not look like it, I may look like a gruff, bearded old man, but I, in life, always wanted to put on a pith helmet, some short shorts,
Yes.
and 10 bar at a tiki bar. And so we're gonna start with some tiki cocktails.
Wow.
Or a tiki cocktail.
I wouldn't have known that.
No, it doesn't look like it because I look so manly and rough.
I thought you were gonna say, I'm gonna put a construction worker's hat on.
No, I would not know how to
build some stuff.
Nope, wouldn't know what that would look like.
All right. I'm
Nope.
good at building stuff.
Yeah?
IKEA.
I'm gonna have you
I
over
do
to my
not-
actual house then.
Don't need you to help me.
Good, no.
I have 2 feet,
I need
2
you to
arms.
help me.
I can hold everything, screw stuff, and I'm great.
Can't.
Anyway, off topic.
Off topic, it's true. We'll just start
drinking.
talking. Yeah. Let us start today with a classic, a super, super classic.
A pina colada?
No.
That's classic.
Yeah, it's classic, but that's just because one thing is one thing. Causation is not, you know. We're gonna go with one of my favorites. This is called the Dr. Funk, named after Dr. Bernhard Funk.
Okay, who's that?
Who was a German doctor, moved down to Samoa.
Then his name would have been Funk.
Yeah, but we're not anywhere in Germany, so we're gonna go with Funk, and it sounds much cooler to make the Dr. Funk named after Dr. Bernhard. He was actually at Robert Louis Stevenson's bedside when he died, and he had a wonder tonic that included everything that we're gonna be putting in here except for the rum.
Okay.
Because once Tiki got a hold of it. Yeah. So let's, why don't we just start? Why don't we, should I tell you what we're doing as we're going in?
Why don't you just start? I'll watch.
Yeah.
And then I'll drink it.
That's how this works. Yeah.
I mean, it's not our first rodeo.
No, it is not. In fact, we're deep into this, Tam.
We're like family now. Shattering stuff.
Just breaking.
Breaking.
You remember our last time when I showered you by muddling all the stuff?
Of course.
Yeah, I brought in an elbow today, so now we'll be squeezing, staying completely
Will that
dry.
make a difference?
I don't know. I honestly did not.
Now find out.
I did not practice with this thing before, so I have no idea.
Hey.
So we're gonna start.
Do it.
So we're gonna start off with some lime.
Yes.
Dr. Bernhard Funk believed that lime would help cure your scurvy and help you to keep malaria out of your little life. So that's what we're gonna have. We're gonna add
Does
one.
it though? I mean,
I've never had malaria.
I drink a lot of lime. I don't have scurvy. I'm so
I
good
eat
at
them like apples.
Scott, you're weird.
We're also gonna take some lemon.
Yes.
Because limes are fake and lemon is real. So we're just gonna squeeze a half an ounce of lemon right in through here.
Yep.
Dump that here, right into our guy. Then In order to keep his drink somewhat sweet, he used an old ingredient that's become new and then become old again, which is grenadine, real pomegranate grenadine.
Yeah,
we
like
make
that.
our own pomegranate grenadine here in-house, but you can always buy pomegranate grenadine. Just don't buy that corn syrup and red dye number 5, which is of course made of bugs. Beetles is how you get that
What's
red
wrong
color.
with that? That's protein.
You don't want to eat bugs, Tam. Get out of
I've
here.
eaten a grasshopper.
Yeah, but would you drink a grasshopper? It sounds worse, right?
Not really, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. We're gonna sweeten this up again with some Demerara simple syrup. So when you make real simple syrup, you use white sugar. This is the other part of the cane. We're gonna do 1/2 ounce of that. And then we are going to reach for this stuff. This is a little concoction. You can give that a smell.
No label.
No label. There were 3 X's on it, and then we ripped that off because that looked terrifying. It's called Herbastura. It is a mix between herb sans, which is
apothecary.
which is an anagram for absinthe.
Yes, I was going to say. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's also Angostura bitters.
Yep.
It's just equal parts,
Yep.
and it also looks way cool when we do this. Whoop. Whoop. Right there. So now we have some absinthe in there.
Do you do the sound effects with it
every
when you're...
single time.
Okay, good.
Of course, this is a tiki cocktail, so we are going to load this bad boy up with some rum.
Talking 2 ounces?
We're gonna talk 2.5 ounces of rum. A dark rum, something that's gonna stand
Well, you could
up.
have just made it 3 then, really. I mean, 2.5 is kind of like...
Yeah, of course, we could make it 7,
Good.
but then here we are. We have like 5 more drinks to shoot today, so
yes.
yeah, that would be...
We would already be on that down score.
Yes, and I can't afford to do that anymore.
Fair enough.
So we're going to take the ice, we're gonna fill it right up to the top. We are going to get this prepared to shake, but we also want to serve this bad boy with a little bit of crushed ice. So we're gonna give this a big shake.
Yeah.
We're going to strain right into this guy right here.
Ooh, look at the color.
Look at the color, right? That's that grenadine
That's nice.
and the rest of it. And then in the Queensberry, we have this amazing soda water. We're just gonna top it off with a touch of this stuff right there. Give it a quick...
That's good. I like it that you have the draft thingy and not the button.
Yeah, we don't even have we don't have soda guns at all.
Gun.
We make our own fresh tonic. We have Coke in the bottle, and then that is it. So that's all you can get.
I like that.
So we're gonna give this a nice stir, garnish with just a touch of...
Take that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, there's still some in there?
Well, yeah, that's for me.
for you.
We're gonna shove
A
this
little,
guy
a little,
right in
little bit
here.
for you, a little lot for me.
Yes. Yeah, and there we have a Dr. Bernhard Funk, better known as just
Better known
Dr.
as
Funk.
Herr Dr. Bernhard Funk.
Bernhard Funk.
Yeah, I'm ready to grab. Give it a little snifferoo.
Yeah, it's your nose.
I'm only smelling mint right now.
Yeah, that's what's in there.
Let's fold this out of the way for a
Sure.
second. Cheers.
Cheers.
Once again.
You are such a jerk. Not like I'm like literally. I've invited you to my house. You've tasted my cocktail, and then you make that caca face.
This is actually really good.
Thank you.
Very,
Finally.
very good. It's just a joke.
What am I gonna do with you?
Pulling your little leg, pulling
So
your little
silly.
arm.
See you on the next episode.
It's good. You should drink yours.
Oh yeah.
I think you'll be happy with the Bernhard Funk drink.
Oh ja.
Ja?
Sehr lecker.
Lecker.
Sehr lecker. Ja, ich kann ein
Wirklich
bisschen
gut.
Deutsch sprechen.
Ja, du sprichst sehr gut Deutsch.
Ja, sehr.
Das verwundert mich.
Meine Fraulein.
Zum Wohl.
Zum Wohl. Prost. Tschüss.
Prost.
Within Circa 93, one of my jobs is I teach classes. I teach cocktail classes. Today we're gonna be doing whiskey. Our whole thought on this is just the history of whiskey. We're gonna start with the Irish, we're gonna move to the Scots, we're gonna move into the Americans, we're gonna go into the Canadians, and then we'll probably make our way out to Asia, and then we will stop. So that maybe when they walk into the bar, they don't just order a vodka cranberry. They now know sort of the history of a cocktail that they really like, and then when they walk into a new bar, they can order that cocktail. And that's sort of the idea. In order to keep bars like this open and going, we can't just continue to serve drinks to bartenders. We can't just bartend for bartenders. So the idea of the classes is getting everybody's knowledge up so that I can continue to do this. As far as the cocktail culture in the past few years, what I've really liked about it is people have started to get way more technical with it, and equipment has started to get a lot cheaper. A lot of people that have stuck with it have gotten really good at it. And so now we are starting to push the bar up higher. Very proud to still be in it, and I think that the Queensberry is a really good addition to downtown's cocktail culture.
All right, guys, this is Emma. And Emma, you're gonna show me a delicious cocktail.
I am, definitely. Today I'm going to show you the Old 55.
Old 55.
Old 55, it is named after the great Tom Waits song, Old 55.
Ah.
And it is a beautiful combination between a French 75 and an Old Cuban.
Okay.
Cool.
What do we need?
All right.
Show me how to make it.
We are going to take some fresh lime.
Love it.
I'm gonna do a ½ ounce.
Is this one of your favorite drinks?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yes, especially it's a really good little breakfast cocktail.
A breakfast cocktail?
Some bubblies in it.
See? I told Scott I like drinks with Prosecco.
I heard.
And he listened.
He listened.
For once.
All right. Next, we're gonna do a ½ ounce of simple syrup.
Okay.
Then, our special ingredient, we're gonna do
the booze.
The booze. Yes, we do 1 ounce of a house-made mint-infused bourbon.
House-made?
House-made.
What?
Lots of secrets here.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love it.
All right. So once everything is together, just do a quick shake.
Yeah, a little bit of ice. That was a quick shake.
Very quick shake.
They usually go at it. Both sides. Yeah, it's like a workout.
All right. Take our flute. And what everybody loves,
The Prosecco.
Prosecco.
This is a good brunch drink, right?
Little hair of the dog.
As well. All right. Yum. Can't wait. And you're gonna garnish it with more mint. Do we smack it? Do we
Smack it all the time.
smack it? Oh, smacking the mint.
All right.
Ooh. All right. Cheers. Oh, yes. Wow, that's really nice and refreshing, actually.
Yeah, super fresh.
That's delicious. Yum, yum. Thanks, Emma.
You're welcome.
Taste from the other side if you like.
Oh.
You know you want it.
I do.
You know you want it. Right?
Yes.
Okay, give it back. Oh, cheers.
The craft cocktail program at the Queensberry, the idea that we were sort of going for is we wanted to be fairly whiskey forward, and so half of our craft cocktail is all whiskey cocktails. And then for people that want to come down here and don't necessarily need whiskey, we have another half of our cocktail menu, which is various spirits. We sell good cocktails. Yeah, that's the idea of it. Draft cocktail system, the bar that had this place before, had this great draft system in the back. My goal with that was to find new batch cocktails that people weren't doing, finding new techniques. We have a gargantuan centrifuge in the back. I mess around with a lot of different cordials and oils and all kinds of weird things to sort of get those draft cocktails up to par, same every time. Hey guys, Cush back here. Today I'm just gonna walk you really quick through how we work our draft system. What we got here, you guys can see, right up here. It's called a Cornelius keg. This is where we store all of our stuff. This used to be used for soda. Soda companies used to drop these off. They fill them up, they're pressurized. You can hear it come out. All that pressure right there is being held in by nitrogen, which I have behind this wall right here, where all the taps come out. We have a nitrogen system. Usually I would just open this bad boy up and I would take a bunch of ingredients, pour them in, hook it back up to the line and pull the draft. The one we'll be making today is called the Suffering Bastard. It's a old Joe Shalom cocktail. Joe Shalom was a phenomenal bartender in the say 1930s in Egypt. He was famous for getting bartenders drunk one night, and then when they would come back in the next day, getting them sort of drunk again, sort of healing their hangovers. And that's where the name, the Suffering Bastard, came from. So we're gonna start off with our Evan Williams bourbon. We're gonna go 3/4 of an ounce. We're gonna use 3/4 of an ounce of London dry gin. That is gin that hasn't had any botanicals added to it after distillation. Right in through there. We are going to be doing 1/2 ounce of wine, 1/2 ounce of the lime clear cordial. An awkward pour, but we are professionals. Right in through there. We are then gonna do 1/4 of an ounce of this very spicy ginger syrup. It smells so good, but it hurts so bad. We're gonna give this a nice little shake. Crack that open. One thing that we cannot put into the actual kegs is any kind of real bittering agent. So one step that we always add at the end before we serve one of these cocktails is just a touch of Angostura bitters. I think that's it. Why don't we just drink? Oh, it's so good. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. Honestly, that's what it tastes like coming out of here. Let's try one. There we go. You see they're similar colors. That's the one. Exactly the same. That's the point. Signing off. It must have been some sort of fevered dream. I don't know what we were thinking when we said we're gonna try and do one whiskey from every state. We've never heard of a bar that's done it, and everybody that we talked to had never heard of a bar that's done it. So we set out looking for them. We went out looking everywhere. Eventually, we did find that every state does make a whiskey. Hawaii makes a whiskey, the Paniolo. My home state, Arizona, makes the Del Bach. And we were able to get those fairly easily. The state that we had the hardest time with for some reason was South Dakota. Alaska was sort of the same thing. But the one that I really, really dig is Georgia. It shouldn't surprise me. It's sort of right in the middle of the whiskey belts. It was something special. It was just out of the gate became my very favorite.
All right, so this is Kyle.
Yes.
Welcome to your own place where you work.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I've been here once or twice.
Once or twice?
Yeah. So what we're going to be making today is a variation of the modern classic cocktail, the penicillin.
Ooh.
Sam Ross,
Yeah.
Milk and Honey in New York, 2005. So this one's going to be similar to probably one that you've had before, but with a couple little twists that I think is really going to elevate the drink.
Okay.
So penicillin, weird name, right? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, medicine, you know, it's one of the most popular antibiotics in the world. Also strikes fear in the heart of every promiscuous 20-year-old, you know, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'm guessing that's probably part of the reason he called the drink that in the first place is because some of the ingredients in it, the lemon, the honey, the ginger, the peat, and the scotch. So it's kind of medicinal in its own right. So for what we're gonna do today, we're gonna be using my favorite spirit, Mezcal. Are you a fan of Mezcal?
You like it smoky.
Yeah. So because we want to replace the peatiness from that Islay Scotch that's going to go on top. We need to replace that with something else. So we're going to be using Mezcal. It's such a cool spirit. It's so artisanal. They still make it with the donkeys driving the cajon around and stuff.
Yeah.
It's nothing quite like it.
Love it.
So for our version, we're going to be using Mezcal. So instead of calling it the penicillin, we're going south of the border. We're going to call it the alternative medicine.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
So first we're going to start with a jalapeno because, why not?
Spice it up a little bit.
Then for our super special ingredient that we're going to be using, I've made a house-made honey ginger syrup.
You made that?
I've made this,
Did you really?
I did. I made this myself today, like 20 minutes ago. So.
All right.
So in this, we've got fresh ginger juice and then honey, equal parts.
Yum.
But our special ingredient, you'll notice that it's black.
Yes, charcoal.
We're actually putting activated charcoal in that too. Because,
so we can whiten our teeth while we drink.
Exactly. And charcoal's a detoxifier, and, we're in health-crazed LA. Everyone likes to drink shots of ginger and throw charcoal and everything and brush their teeth with it like a bunch of weirdos. So we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of our honey ginger syrup. Okay. In there.
Beautiful.
Okay. Next, we're going to do, of course, we gotta get our fresh citrus in here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get some lemon juice that we are going to fresh squeeze here, of course.
Is it gonna be lemon and lime or just
lemon? Just lemon for this, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you know, it's a good question because, you know, normally with tequila, you'd say I would do probably lime, but for this one, because we're doing a variation of the penicillin, which calls for lemon, we're gonna keep it true to that. At least keep one thing similar to the original.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we got.
How many of these do you make a night?
How many of these do we make a night?
Yeah.
Quite a few actually, because once people see the color of the drink go out, they're very intrigued. So. And then finally, we obviously have to put our spirit in here. So we're gonna be using an espadín, which is the most popular form of agave used in mezcal. We're gonna do 2 full ounces of this.
It's a decent amount.
Decent amount, yeah. Because it's medicine, you know, you need to get the full dosage.
We need our medicine, our daily medicine.
Yeah, exactly. So then we're gonna add our ice here.
Multivitamins are overrated.
Yes, they are.
This is what we do.
Just drink cocktails are.
Yeah.
So you'll notice too, we didn't actually muddle the jalapeno in there.
I know.
The reason for that is because we actually used that ginger syrup, and that fresh ginger is so spicy already. We're actually just looking for the flavor of that pepper, not so much of the heat. We already have enough heat.
Yeah.
And you know, you want to have more than one of these drinks, and if it's just fire, that doesn't taste very good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give this a really good shake.
Okay.
Ready, shake dance?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get this all nice and out of there. And next we're gonna grab one of our nice coupe glasses here. Now we're gonna pour this in there and you get that really cool black color in there.
Okay, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yes. All right, so then we are done with that.
Not the classic cocktail color.
And then obviously no cocktail is finished without the garnish. So we're gonna take a nice little lemon peel and we're gonna peel that right over the top here. Get all that juice and those oils coming out.
Yeah, the zest.
And we're gonna give that a nice little zest on top as well, rub it around, get those aromatics going.
Yeah.
And then just because we can, we're going to cut a little sliver in this guy right here and make a little butterfly on this.
Oh, look at that.
And you have the alternative medicine.
All right, ready.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Alternative medicine. Oh yeah, that is spicy.
Yeah, it's spicy, yeah.
Oui, caliente.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Cure all your ailments, you know.
Oh yeah, that's killing all the
Saturdays,
bacteria
Sundays,
everywhere.
scaries. Yep.
On the insides, in the mouth.
Yep.
Cheers.
Part of what Circa 93 does so well is Circa 93 is able to split the difference between cocktail lounges and dance parties. And with this bar specifically, we've literally put a wall in between our cocktail lounge and our dance room. So I want somebody to come out, have a real proper cocktail, sit in this nice room and have a whiskey they've never tried. And then by the end of it, once you're, you know, a little lubed up, run over to the dance floor and dance. And I want you to leave thinking, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from the fun we just had.
All right, Scott, what's next?
You ever been to a Mexican restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. You know when you walk into a Mexican restaurant and you know what you want? Like you're like, I want the bean burrito. I want the taquitos.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
And then suddenly that back door opens.
Yes.
And out comes
A Mexican.
the fajitas. Of course a Mexican, but
Okay.
I'm saying the fajitas come out and they're sizzling.
Yes.
And you go, screw all my plans before.
Yes.
I want that stuff.
Yes,
That's what this next drink is based off
Okay.
of. It's called the fajita effect, because I call that the fajita effect.
Yes.
Because when you know what you want, and then they sizzle, and they're on fire, and they smell good,
I know.
it changes it.
Yeah, the
This
onions,
is-
the peppers.
all that stuff.
You got some fajitas now?
I don't, well, see, that's the problem.
You shouldn't have spoken about fajitas so
I
much.
had to in order to get into the drink. This is television, Tammy. This is how this works. This is called the fajita effect because of the method that we're doing it and also the show and the smell that we're gonna start getting out of this thing.
All right.
So we're gonna start off with 1 sugar cube. That's about 1/8 of an ounce of sugar. And then we're gonna move on to the bartender's handshake. This is called Fernet Branca. It's an Italian Amaro.
I'm wondering why you're calling it the bartender's handshake.
Oh, so here, I'll show you. So bartenders, when they have done something good with Fernet, they get a Fernet coin. This one's from Area 51. But from your own home state, you get a Fernet coin.
Okay.
And when you put this on the bar, and the bartender has theirs,
Yeah.
they put theirs back on the bar, and then you owe that bartender a drink. But if you put it on the bar and the bartender doesn't have his, then he owes you a drink. And it's always of Fernet. So it's a whole like challenge coin culture.
All right, well, okay, so I have this now. And I'm going to give it to you, which means you don't have it.
You have to actually put it on the bar. And I take it back and put it in my pocket because clearly you're a thief.
You owe me a drink.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And this is called, this is the fajita effect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put half of an ounce of the Fernet in here. Fernet runs at 40%. It's a pretty basic booze level. It's at 80 proof, 40%. We are going to muddle
Why do
this
you
sugar
use
in.
sugar and not simple syrup?
So I'll show you. With the simple syrup, this next step is where we're going to be lighting this Fernet on fire and flash infusing the sugar into it. Because Fernet's a really bitter Amaro.
Yeah.
And what we want to do is we want to take out some of the bitterness and infuse some of the sweetness into it. So that is our next step.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, good. So the next part we're going to be doing is we're going to be cutting off just a little bit of this orange. That's part of the flavor. We'll keep it right up here. And then we're going to light this bad boy up. The sugar, the cane actually helps it stick to the side of the glass. So as we go, there will be little bits of Fernet that sticks there that we are now lighting up on fire. It's a little hard to see in all this Hollywood razzle-dazzle.
I see it.
But give me a second.
If our viewers at home don't see it, we can CGI.
We will CGI it.
CGI.
Can you make me one of the avatars?
Flames. Yeah.
We're gonna take this right here and we're gonna squeeze. Right there. Now what we've done is we've put some gun smoke into it. That's the oils.
Smells good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea. Usually when we make one of these, we make 6 of them.
Okay.
Because everybody wants that drink that's on fire.
Yeah.
So now we have sort of a base. We have our bitter base. Now we have to build some sweet and some booze onto it. So
balance it out.
Balance it out. So we're gonna start with some Punta Mest. It's an Italian sweet vermouth. Has a little bit of spice to it, a little bit of sweet, but it's basically a red wine that's been fortified. It has more alcohol added into it.
Okay.
And then we're gonna finish it off really nice and easy.
What is that?
This is rye. This is Old Overholt. This is one of the oldest operating distilleries in the United States. Started in Pennsylvania, moved down to Kentucky way. Really nice, a really kind of easy dry rye. We're gonna do 1.5 ounces of that. The last ingredient?
Yes.
In every single cocktail ever?
Prosecco.
Yes. Every single cocktail has Prosecco.
Every single.
That is true. A lot of people didn't know that. It's ice. We want to put, boo, ice. Ice is the worst. I love ice. What do we always talk about when you see me? I come in every week and I cut these really nice, huge pieces of ice.
And I bet you love every single second of doing it.
Moments of it.
You do it with a smile on your face.
I literally, I put on my music and I dance and I sing.
Yeah.
And in order,
that's no lie.
That is no true. That's
really
honestly
no lie.
true. I think that there's probably some B-roll of that somewhere. We'll get that B-roll. And in order to know that this is definitely our cocktail, we take our ice stamp and we put our logo into it. The Queensbury Q.
Ooh. Is it done? Can I sip it now?
It's yours.
For here. Cheers. Ooh, that's nice and smooth.
It's boozy.
Definitely on the boozy side.
It will put you down.
Cheers. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Yummy.
In my hot tummy right now.
There you go. There you go. Well done, Tam.
All right, you guys, once again, it's a wrap from me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Until next time, I'm Tamee Harrison. Cheerio.
Apple.
Apple.
Got it.
Do I need a straw or something?
Do you want a straw? I have a straw.
Well, yeah.
We're trying to.
I could dig my face right in it, but I think it just would. Is this how you would serve it here, though? Nobody's ever asked you for a straw in this joint.
They do all the time. We no longer keep straws.
Save the turtles.
We're trying to save the turtles. Just the turtles.
But you do know in the meantime they've actually made new straws, which are biodegradable, which are paper, which
but the paper gets into the plumbing.
It messes up something else.
Messes the plumbing, and then we're done.
Yeah, but it still saves the turtles.
Yeah, but
it doesn't mess the plumber.
I love the
turtles.
It doesn't
mess up the plumber, does it?
I don't need.
I've never heard anyone say save the plumbers.
No, but save our plumbing, please, if you could. That would be extra helpful. Yeah, there will be no straw for you today, Tamee. My bag seems to be empty of straws. So just put your little face in it. That's the whole point.
I'll put my face in it. Right, I'm ready to grab.